Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. We are once again back for PAFR F1 for the second week, the second race of Season 6 at the Chinese Grand Prix. Once again, due to some technical issues, I am streaming on my personal account. But hopefully, for real this time, next week we will be on the official PAFR YouTube account. Okay, just shared the stream on the Discord server, and now we can focus on the qualifying session that we've just gone into. There we go. 19 drivers today, so a very strong grid once again. We're in for an exciting race, of course. Yeah, at the Shanghai International Circuit, which actually, well, it's located near Shanghai, not actually in Shanghai. It's actually in the region of Jiading, which I hope I didn't completely butcher the pronunciation. If there are any Chinese-speaking people around, I'm very sorry about my pronunciation of your regions and your cities in today's stream. Yeah, it's a relatively, well, I was about to say a relatively new track, but no, it's been almost 20 years since this track has been raced at for the first time in Formula 1, 2004. So this track is now 18 years old. It was opened in 2004 and also had its first Formula 1 race in 2004. So it was specifically built for F1, or not only used for F1, also had a few other categories. Yeah, it was in use every year from 2004 to 2019. Then, of course, was planned for both, I think, every year, and every year got cancelled due to COVID-19 restrictions in China. It's a 5.451 kilometer long track with 16 corners, so one of the medium-sized tracks around the on the F1 calendar. Lap times somewhere in the mid 132s I'm expecting. At least that's what I normally see when I'm go racing. So yeah, I'm thinking 132.5, 0.4, 0.6, somewhere in that region is where we will be seeing the pole times at least. Expected strategy could be something like a 12 lap medium, 16 lap hards, or of course the other way around, 16 laps hard and then 12 laps on mediums. Isn't set in stone, of course, you can move that around if you want. Charlie's actually burning fuel at the moment, so he has maybe gone out with more fuel than he was trying to. As Charlie, well, he's on the mediums again, just like in Bahrain. He begins the qualifying session on the medium tire, wanting to save us the softs. And he's immediately invalidated this lap before it even started, and indeed it stays invalidated, so we'll have to let Face Pantera right here through. Face Pantera then will be the first one to put in the lap in the session as he goes down into turn 1, really standing in the car. He goes a bit wide maybe through here. Oh, wow. Very, very good speed carried though. Looks like a good line through turn 2 as well, maybe a bit too much curb. I think that might lose him on the exit a little bit, but very good exit out of turn 3 and 4, they're staying on the inside now into turn 6, of course, where Ricciardo went for that amazing move on Valtteri Bottas in 2018. Yeah, really good lines from Face Pantera here. Let's see, can he take this flat? He's a very, very slight lift, and then later in the corner another lift. Also went down to 6th gear to limit acceleration in a way. To go off the power as well, good going through turn 8 and then into 9. So, not a perfect lap from Face Pantera, but I would say a very, very decent lap. Could be a strong banker lap time. A lot of curb being taken by him, so he might be running a very high ride height. Or he's just confident on the curbs. Could also be that he's found some way to take those curbs without increasing ride height. Now going to be turning on the DRS because it's very long straight out of the prime, or taking opportunities down into turn 14. The only other real chance is down to turn 1. Everything else, I mean, there is some other possibilities, thinking turn 6 for example, but it's very difficult to pull off. So now it's one more corner to go. Face Pantera, I said 132.5 as depicted proposition time, and he puts in a 132.9 as his first lap. So yeah, there we go. We're pretty close to my predictions already. Let's see if other people can get close to Pantera's lap time. We've got Reggie, who was also one of the pace hitters at Bahrain. He is coming down the backstraight here, 33.1 from Freestyler, 2 tenths only. separating Pantera and Midas Mela 32.6, a lot faster than Pantera just has been able to do until now. 3/10. Matt 34.1. Got one of the Alpha Males coming out, that will then be Mosquito. And after that it's already Reggie Mosquito 34.2, and Reggie is lost in the final corner, just took a bit too much curb there on the exit. Until Nika, of course, then 36.3, of course not a good lap time, 33.8 from his teammate Benny. So yeah, times coming in from everyone now. Charlie is once again on the hot laps on the medium, so he hasn't gone back to the pits after his invalidation. He decided to do a second outlap effectively. Interesting that, well, he actually burned fuel, so I would not be surprised if he's now very low on fuel. Let's see, can I maybe spot it on his wheel? 0.4. 0.4 laps of fuel, so Charlie, he might finish this lap, but well, it's on the top right of the steering wheel. You can see the 0.3 in the top right corner of his steering wheel there, so he's very low. 0.2 now. I think he's gonna run out. He's not gonna finish this lap. 0.1. Yeah, he's gonna run out. Charlie won't have enough fuel to finish this lap. I will have to go back to the pits because unless it... oh, now he's at 0.0. And he's run out. Yep, there we go. No more fuel in that McLaren. So he has to abandon the lap and go back to the pits. We now also have the Mercedes of Noise. Well, as he gets a bit of slipstream up ahead from one of the Haas cars actually. Taking good advantage of it, opening up the DRS. Let's see, hopefully the Haas moves out of the way before the corner. Yes, he does, okay. Very good, I mean, very, very good slipstream tactics. Not teammates, I'm a bit surprised that they decided to do that. But it was definitely on purpose, because the Haas would not move that late. If he hadn't seen him, he wouldn't have moved at all, and if he did see him, he wouldn't be giving him a slipstream if he didn't want to. 32.6, 3-2 by STR Noise. Up into P1, 12 thousandths of a second faster than Midas Mela, and undoubtedly, that slipstream gained him more than 12,000. So yeah, that slipstream has just propels Noise into the first position here, into a provisional pole position. We've got BGR Angel coming out in the final corner here. Dia is open for him, 151.5. So yeah, he must have had a spin somewhere on that lap. I think that is it for the first flying laps in the session. Continue just finish a lap, so he won't be pushing Noise just finish a lap. Yeah, nobody on a push lap at this moment. So we'll have some time actually to go through last week's results, which stayed mostly the same. There was only one penalty as Noise here is spinning on his in-lap. Very difficult corner that, and he resets the track as well. Yeah, there was one penalty which changed the positioning in the top 10, which was for Evil Zuke, who finished in P7, and then got in P8, and then got a 5-second penalty, dropping into P10, and therefore then moving up Euge into P8 and Zen into P9. Apart from that, all stayed the same. Pantera kept his win, Reggie P2, Simba P3, and so on. And then obviously the standings, well, I don't really need to read them out. Pantera in P1, Reggie in P2, Samba in P3, and so on. The same as the race results. The team standings, Red Bull is now leading on 31 points, with Haas having scored 19 in second place, so team championship very early on. Red Bull have put themselves in a good position. But we'll see if other teams can catch up to them. Definitely far from over in the championship, but now we've got a few laps going on again. So we'll have already a look at CPI Yuri right here, who has just entered the final sector. He's very, very careful on the throttle through here, but he stays far on the inside, which can gain him some time as well. Maybe a bit of a tow from the Aston Martin up ahead. He opens the DRS. Very, very strong slipstream from the Aston Martin. So we're seeing a lot of slipstream being given from people who aren't teammates, which I mean, I haven't read the rule book to be completely honest. I'm not sure if it's allowed, but it's certainly unusual. There we go, Yuri stays in 5th gear, doesn't take any of the curb on exit, doesn't want to risk it. 34.1. That is, I have to admit, I expected more. But, well, he's still in P11. We've got Evil Zuke. 135.5, but I think that was an outlap or something because it didn't actually register. Let's see here, do we have anybody near finishing lap? One of the Alfa Romeos, they are both on an outlet. One of the Haas cars, is that Benny perhaps? Benny is, no, that is not Benny. Must be Reggie then. Yeah, it's Reggie, okay. But he is not using ERS, so he's also not on a about to finish lap. Who can we actually watch that's about to cross the line, maybe? Rumax, there we go, finally found someone. He looks to be pushing. I'm trying to get the game to show me a delta, but it won't do. Oh, of course, there's no delta to show because he hasn't completed the lap yet. Yeah, use your brain, Phoenix. There we go. Rumax into the final, oh well, the second to last corner here. Locks up, actually. Slightly misses the apex. Short shift to 4th gear through the exit, then up to into 5th once he gets some wheel spin there as well. Misses the apex as well in the final corner. Let's see, 36.0, P13 for Rumax. We've got Zuke, who's just exited the long right-hander at turn 13, now going over the long back straight. Hasn't completed the lap yet, so he'll be hoping to move close to the top 10. Well, the spectator mode did show a lockup there, but usually the lockups shown in spectator mode aren't actually happening for the drivers. It's a very annoying glitch within the game. You can tell when it's actually lockup if they miss the apex. 33.5, so P8 for Evil Zuke. I think he can be decently happy with that. Mosquito currently in P14. Is he up on his time? He's actually down on his time. So we'll have to wait and see. Charlie also is now on the soft tire and about to finish a lap, I believe. Or, you know, actually it's just the start one. I think we'll actually stay on board with Charlie here. We've got 6 minutes to go. So Charlie will probably have one more lap after this. If he's quick and went back to the pits. So Charlie is under pressure here to perform now. He only has 2 more chances, this one and one more after that. Then the car rolls through the first 2 corners here, number 3 and 4. Stays very close to the curbing on the inside. Runs a bit wide out of the corner maybe to get a better exit instead of gaining time by staying further inside, which we saw Pantera do. Braking just about where the curb starts on the left hand side. Lots of curb taken on the inside, which maybe unsettles the car on the exit. And there we go, Charlie really taking flat through here. Almost, very very slight lift, has to lift a little bit more going through the corner. Lots of curbing taking on the on P8, turn 8, sorry. And then doesn't run quite as far to the outside as I would like to see. Takes a good amount of curb on the exit of turn 10 there. You can, that's about as much as you can take anymore and you'll probably be sent spinning. There's Charlie, bit of a slide coming through here and he's lost it! You could see the slide coming as he just exited turn 12. He had a bit of a an oversteer moment, corrected it, and then he went back on the power. And well, maybe just a bit too eager to get back on that power and lost the car. I believe we got one of the Ferraris behind him who might just be finishing lap. Yeah, there we go. Juventino in P10 right now. Was he up on his time through the second sector? No, he wasn't. Down by 31 thousandths. So he was barely down on his time. I actually forgot to check, is the audio working correctly on stream? Oh, okay, yeah it is. I just had to make sure. Oh, I've just seen that on our Discord chat, Matt right here has loaded the wrong setup. He's on his Hungary setup, which is running 50-50 wings. Which, I mean, if you look at the track map, maximum downforce is maybe not the way to go around here. You need some lower wings. I mean, I don't remember what I personally run, but it's something like somewhere in the 20s, I think, for both. So, Matt is running much higher wings than everyone else. He will certainly be struggling in the race. I mean, even qualifying right now, you can see he's down on P12 after being one of the, well, faster drivers, I would say, in Bahrain. So, well, that's catastrophe for Matt, really. He has to hope that the that Codemasters can come in to save him and the lobby breaks or something. I think that's his only chance of getting of getting back in the fight for a decent position here. I think with 50-50 wings, yeah, you are in for a difficult race. I guess if there's rain, it might save him. I didn't get a weather forecast by anyone, so I forgot to ask, actually. I should have probably asked for a weather forecast from the drivers before going into qualifying. Well, but I think at this stage they'll all be focusing on their quality laps though, so well, I might get that one on the grid. We've got Euge, who's just starting a lap, so we're now going into the final laps here. We've got, well, a few top drivers still in the pits. The likes of Noise and GTA Gamer and Midas Miller are all in the pits, but Freestyler, Pantera are out of track, and so is Charlie. Charlie now only having this final run. Same for Eat My Dust. So yeah, 2 drivers down there with only 1-1. And Reggie as well, he had a spin earlier on his, well, on the final corner of his first lap, I believe. Which put him down into, well, last place effectively, only in front of Charlie and Eat My Dust, who both haven't actually set any lap time. We've got Benny there, coming around the final corner. We'll actually go on board with him to see if he's starting a lap or finishing one. He's finishing one, there we go. He's up by 3.5 tenths there, or close to 4 tenths actually. Let's see, Benny, big improvements from him, 33.4, 4.5 tenths exactly gained, up into P8. Can now go on both Eat My Dust here as well, who's just now starting his first and final lap in this qualification. He's left it very late. He's on the throttle and brake at the same time through turn 1, risking a lockup, but it works out for him. Maybe a bit too much speed carried through turn 2, then loses momentum going into turn 3. But he works well. He's got it a good exit out of turn 4 still. Braking at about the 100 meter board. Doesn't take any of the curb on the inside there, which I mean, you can take it if you have a good setup, if you have high ride height. But I personally don't take it either. So we have lots of Ultimates up ahead. Hopefully they'll be getting out of the way of Eat My Dust right here. I'm not sure who it is. It must be either Mosquito or Matt. Well, one of the Ultimates must be. Yeah, it's Matt. So yeah, hopefully Matt will be getting out of his way with his very high downforce setup there. That's a very awkward place to let him through. He could have, well, at that point you might as well have waited for the straight. But he's finally let him through, and Eat My Dust has been set free to finish this lap. I haven't compared the sector times to the ones of Noise and Midas at the front. But we'll see if Eat My Dust can put himself in that conversation, or if he will be further down the grid. Oh, and he's almost lost it! Just about safe, but it will certainly cost him quite a bit of time. So if this lap is still anywhere near the front, that would be very impressive. Eat My Dust around the final corner, 34.0, so yeah, that must have lost him a lot of time there. We also have Charlie on his first lap here. Let's see if he can do better than what Eat My Dust did on his first and final run in this qualifying session. Likes of Midas is also now starting a lap. Pantera is also close to finishing one, I think, actually. Benny has been tired in the pits. Noise about to start once there. All the top runners are now ready to start their final laps in this qualification. Charlie is about to finish his final lap here, as he is on the main straight, or the back straight, sorry. About to go into the second to last corner, the hairpin at turn 14. Well, it's actually 2 corners, 14 and 15. This right here is 14, and then this right here, this little kink is 15, so yeah, it does count as a corner. And there we go, turn 16, final corner for FL Charlie. Let's see, the AS will be open, 1:32.623. As Noise didn't actually make the line to start his lap. Midas Meller is the last one in the top 5, still on the lap, so he's the only one here who can challenge Charlie. It's so close in the front, 6.23 for Charlie, and Midas Meller has lost it, and that's it. I think Charlie has gotten pole position in the back, unless somebody can pull out a big surprise here. How close that's the front? Charlie 0.623, Noise 0.632, and Midas Miller 0.644. That is, well, look at these gaps right here. 9,000 between Noise and Noise and Charlie, and 20,000 between Midas and Charlie. That is so close right in the front of the field. I think GTA Gamer is not in the lap either. I think is he pushing? No, he's not. Thought he might be going again. Yuri. Oh, and Reggie's come out of nowhere! I completely forgot about Reggie. 32.498. Of course, Reggie was down the field because his lap time, his first lap time was a mistake. Yuri 33.8. Angel improves to P17. Brumax back to the pits here. Reggie, right at the end. I didn't even have him on my mind at all. I mentioned him earlier, I remember. I saw him spun on his banker lap at the final corner, which is why he was down in close to the last position. And now he's pulled out a big improvement and he's up into P1. Pole position for Reggie, P2 for Charlie, and P3 for Noise. Might as well down to P4. Patera in P5, Eugen in P6, there, Friesel in P7, GT Eggerman in P8, Aaron in P9, Hervina P10, Juventino right behind his teammate in P11, Benny in P12, Zook in P13, Yuri in P14, Mosquito in P15, Matt in P16 on his 50-50 wing setup, so he'll be struggling a lot in the race, Angel P17, Eat by Dust P18, and Wumax in final, in the last position in P19. And there we go, qualifying is officially over. Confirmation, there we go, Reggie's got in pole position. Unless there's any grid penalties, what I just read out will be the grid. Being told 8% chance of rain by Aaron, thank you for letting me know. So, probably no rain coming. Be surprising if there's any rain. Yeah, no grid penalties. So the grid will stay as I said it was. And there we go, Reggie, right in the end, puts, well, 1 1/4 of a tenth on Charlie, right at the death, and secures position 132.498. And, I mean, we could be in for a very exciting 4-way fight here, looking at the gaps, Midas, Noise, Charlie, and Reggie. Well, from what I know about Pantera, I think that lap is not the best he could have done either. I think he can definitely go a bit faster. So he might be staying with them as well. Someone else could throw a surprise. I won't count out anything in this race. We should be looking out for all of these guys. And I'm very excited to see them go racing. In a few minutes we'll be yeah, they'll be sitting on the grid, getting their strategies done. And in the meantime, I'm gonna have a quick drink and I'll be back in just 10 seconds. Right, now loading into the race. And once the drivers are all in, we will be waiting for them to complete the strategies, set their fuel loads. It is pretty cloudy, although, well, I was told there's not a big chance of rain, 8%, which, well, the thing is 8% in this game means 0%, from what from my experience. Either the game puts a very high percentage of rain and it will rain, or there is a very low percentage of rain and it won't rain. I don't think there's any nuance to that system, sadly, which is a shame. Would be nice to have, of course, some actual rain percentages would actually are percentages rather than a yes or no. I think well, the thing is, what I experience is the higher the rain percentage, the more rain there will be. So if it's like 50%, you'll probably have inters, and if it's like 80, you will have full wets. I think that is, from my experience. Someone has rained up instantly, so I don't know who it was. But you aren't supposed to do that. You are supposed to wait until the lobby host, well, Aaron, the league admin, tells people to ready up, which at least one person hasn't done. So we'll be getting into the race sooner than we expected. And there we go. We're loaded in. We are on the grid for the information lab. We can now go through the tire strategies that drivers have gone for. Hearts for the top two, for Reggie and Charlie, also for Midas Mella. Havina, Juventino, Benny, Mosquito, Angel and Wumax on the hards. Rest of the fields on mediums, apart from Eat My Dust down in P18, who is on softs. So he wants to fly through the field early. Soft at this track don't last for any period of time. Aaron has been disqualified. Aaron has been disqualified. Is now parked on the start finish straight. He will have 70 degrees tires on the start, and that is a nightmare. Well, he's right in the middle of the field on 70 degree tires. He is gonna fall back significantly, I think. a start on cold tires is probably one of the worst things that can happen for you at the start. So yeah, don't be surprised if you see Aaron losing positions left, right and center starting this race. Same for Juventino now as well. Juventino is also disqualified, so that's 2 drivers now. Well, in P9 and P11, and Juventino's in the hard as well, so we'll take probably a full lap to get those up to speed. Yeah, not a very, very bad news for Juventino and for Aaron. I'll keep an eye on them on the leaderboard on the left-hand side. Of course, I'll have to keep my actual camera on the front, looking at Reggie, Charlie. Noise could have a very good chance at getting up into P1. So yeah, well, both ahead of him are on hard, so they will be... Well, the mediums are significantly faster around this track. I wouldn't be surprised if Noise manages to break DRS to them before lap 3, which would be crucial for him. He has to pull a gap on those mediums to then manage said gap once he's on a hard tire. There we go, Reggie going around the final corner, there we go, Noise going very wide through the final corner, so he actually passes people now as he's warming up his tires. And there we go, we're now lining up on the grid. Reggie next to Charlie, going down to turn 1. Noise with a tire advantage in P3. Who will come out ahead? Into turn 1. Just the 2 AlphaTauris coming around the final corner now, Angel and Wumax. Once they are parked, we are ready to go racing. And there we go, that should be everyone parked now. The 5 red lights should appear any moment. And there we go, the 5 red lights are on, we're ready to go racing. And drive-through penalties for Reggie and Charlie! They've both jumped to start! Well, it's lights on the way. Contact at the back, we've got 2 cars going around. I think that's Matt and Juventino. Reggie and Charlie with drive-through penalties. And we've got Eugen and Pantera battling over P4 here, side by side, through turn 1 and 2, down to 3 and 4. Pantera's the inside. Gets past Eugen, I think. GTA Gamer's trying to slip through as well by getting the move on Eugen on the exit, but he can't get it done. Eugen stays in P5. GTA Gamer on attack from Havina from behind as well. Trying to go round the outside there. A lot of the Alpines in the background spinning as well. That's Eat My Dust, and now Havina and Freestyle are battling as Freestyle is trying to make advantage of those mediums. Can he go around the outside of Havina here? That would be an amazing move, and I think he is going to get it done to the inside now of turn 8. And Freestyle and Havina still side by side here. Great battling on the opening lap. And now Freestyler has been squeezed out onto the curb, but is he still there? He is still there. Although, I think Havina now at the inside line has a good chance of getting the move done, but then they are on the back straight, which opens up the chance for Freestyler once again. Midas Meller is also, I mean, he dropped back quite some way. He was done in P4, he's now up down to P9. So, awful start from Midas Meller. He will be hoping to get back to the field quickly as Freestyler is trying to get back past him. We've also got Zook going for a move on Midas Meller there, and then GT Gamer and oh no, sorry, that was GT Gamer and Euge, not Zook and Midas. Wrong Williams cars, and Zook is actually gone off now, and Aaron slips through into P10. And there we go, Reggie and Charlie serving the drive-throughs on the first lap, first opportunity, so they can take advantage of a safety car if there is one early on. Makes sense to do it as early as possible. Havina defending the inside against Freestyler. Havina really wants to keep this position. It's of course crucial for his strategy to for these medium guys not to be able to take advantage of the tires, but Freestyler went for the switchback, and now round the outside through turn 3 and 4. Can he finally get past the Ferrari? He's been trying for the entire first lap and a half now. Freestyler down into turn 5 and 6. Can he go for it now round the outside once again? He just can't seem to get past this Ferrari. Havina is doing a really good job defending this, and Freestyler is still stuck behind. What a battle this is over P5 here. And now Freestyler with another switchback, having a look around the outside, but just a bit too ambitious that would have been. If he just stays close, maybe he has a good chance on the straight. Well, he's right behind him now, and he has more ERS, so Havina has been using lots of ERS in defend from Freestyler. And next lap the ERS will of course be open, which is amazing news for Havina. I think that's what he was going for, to stay in the ERS of Freestyler, because Freestyler is without a doubt right now the faster car on those mediums. ERS open, and he flies past him. And Havina has to give it a position. Midas Mella is trying to get close as well here. Havina has to look up the inside. He's definitely not giving up on the position. As Freestyler goes wide, Havina maybe invited back in. Doesn't get the exit it needs. Can see much more traction for Freestyler on the mediums. Fast lap now from Noise, Charlie and Reggie down to P17 and 18. That drive-through penalty could cost him dearly now, as Midas Mella is now trying to get past Havina as well for P6. Juventino, the first one with a track limit penalty, 3 seconds for him. So yeah, just 3 laps into the race, he got his first track limit penalty, which means he's got 3 warnings, 1 warning per lap. Aaron close behind Midas Mella as well, so he also is trying to take advantage of this. That could have been a track limit warning right there, as Aaron goes for a very late dive bomb. Thankfully Midas Mella saw him just in time. That was very, very ambitious from Aaron. And yeah, thankfully Mella did end up seeing him, as Eat My Dust has now gotten past Mosquito as well, using those softs for, or putting those softs to good use. Of course, the hard tire of Mosquito will be significantly slower, especially in the early laps here, as those softs will be much better up to temperature and also won't have much degradation yet. We've got Euge right behind GTA Gamer here in the battle for the final podium place. Patera and Noise have checked out in the front. GTA Gamer is not in the DRS anymore. Patera is barely in Noise's DRS. So yeah, Noise looking strong early on here. Patera just has to stick with him for now though. I think that's the most crucial part, that he manages to stay in DRS range. As long as he does that, he can maybe pick himself up later on. And once he finds some pace maybe, he will be right in the back of Noise and have a chance to go for a move maybe later on in the race. Euge using lots of curb in the final corner there. He's trying to get past GTA Gamer, I think. Although he doesn't quite have the straight line speed here to get past him. Wasn't close enough into turn 1. We've got Benny close to Zuk as well, so yeah, quite a few battles. Yuri and Mosquito have been battling for a bit now, I think, as Yuri is now trying to go around the outside into turn 1. Umark's not far behind. And Yuri just goes clean around the outside, but Mosquito is coming back at him with a better line on the inside through turn 2 now, into turn 3 and 4. Yuri, I think, is now past him. Mosquito trying to go for the switchback, and he doesn't get it done. Yuri moves up into P13. Although Mosquito is not far behind, he could come back at him later on, maybe on the next DRS rate, between turn 13 and 14. The very long straight right at sector 3 there. Which, I mean, basically the entire sector 3 is one long straight. Which, insane how long that straight actually is. It used to be the longest straight in Formula 1. I think it isn't anymore. I think it's been beaten by probably Mexico, because Azerbaijan doesn't count as a straight. Noise, look at the ERS on Noise. He was gapping Pantera and he hasn't used any of his ERS, while Pantera is about 44%. So yeah, looks like Noise has a big pace advantage over Pantera here, who had to use ERS to stay in DRS, while Noise didn't use anything. So yeah, good signs for Noise early on in this race. Although Pantera, well, he's now close behind once again. He's burned some of that ERS to get into an attacking position perhaps. Put Noise under pressure. Maybe try and get him to make a mistake. As Aaron, look how close he is down to Midas Mella. DRS open for him. And I think with the mediums, yes, he easily gets that done. Moves up into P7. As Angel and Eat My Dust are side by side in turn 1. Eat My Dust on the inside there. Can Angel hang on around the outside? Looks like Eat My Dust taking good advantage of himself once again. Round the outside now through turn 3 and 4. Bit of contact made. I think they've both gotten out okay. Yes, there they are. But look at that Muri right behind him as well. So he's coming from the field nicely as well after getting past Mosquito. Eat My Dust will now be trying to gap Angel as much as he can, while those softs are still in a good operating window. They will certainly be starting to wear out already. 4 laps into the race. Those softs really don't last for long. I'm very interested to see what Eat My Dust's strategy is now. Does he go for hards and go for a long stint? Or is he gonna go for a 2-stop? Meanwhile, Noise seems to have broken DRS to Pantera, which could be crucial in this race. The gap just about, well, now it's coming back down to Pantera. Maybe burning some ERS to get back inside. Benny putting pressure on Zuk here. As Euge gets past GTA Gamer for P3 on the long straight here. Benny now getting close to Zuk as well. To the outsides. Oh well, left hand side on the straight. There's no outside or inside. would be the outs if they were to go step aside into the corner, but they don't. Benny just flies past with the AS. Yuri does the same to Angel, and Juventinho does the same to Wumax. This straight is, well, the main overtaking opportunity on this track for a very good reason. You can see how long it is, you can see how much time you have to make that move that you want to make. Reggie and Charlie have now caught back up in the field. They're right behind Wumax here. There is Yuri who's won the final corner. Yuri has lost it, he's down to P18. Only car behind him now is Matt, who is 34 seconds behind the field. And Reggie is now putting lots of pressure on Wumax here, trying to find a way around him. Reggie and Charlie, of course, on their comeback drives. Can they get back to the field together? Look at that, Reggie on the exit. Very nice switch from Reggie. He's now on the outside alongside Wumax. Wumax has to give him the space. And Reggie, can he hang around the outside into turn 6? I think he can, yes, he can. Look at that. Good exit from Reggie. And he's gotten past, and now he's a car between him and Charlie. Maybe an opportunity for Reggie to build a gap to Charlie, who is still stuck behind Wumax for now. Yellow flags once again for Yuri, just half a lap later, so he's spun again. Maybe he has some overheating tires after the first spin, which, I mean, that will only get worse as he has spun again now. Charlie now has to get past Wumax really here. He can't be stuck behind him for any longer than needed. Because Reggie will definitely be trying to get past Juventinho and Mosquito here. And if he does do that while Charlie is still stuck behind Wumax, Charlie will have to have 3 cars between him and his actual rival. There's no question that both Charlie and Reggie will get past these guys eventually, as they were the fastest drivers in qualifying. As Juventinho gets past Mosquito up the inside. And look at that, Wumax has gone deep as he locks up. Charlie on the inside now, alongside into the final corner, side by side. With a very, very tricky corner to go side by side through. Charlie gets ahead as Wumax just decides to pull out. Reggie is now pressuring Mosquito to turn 1. Can Reggie put another car between him and Charlie? As Mosquito slightly teleports. And look at that, Reggie carrying so much speed to pull alongside is now on the outside. And Mosquito has left the session. While side by side with Reggie, Mosquito has disconnected. And, well, that could be bad news for Reggie actually, as now he doesn't have an actual car between him. Well, there is a car between him and Charlie, but it's a ghost car. And so it doesn't really matter, as Charlie can just drive right through it if he wants to. Which, I mean, he certainly should be doing. I guess he can go around it if he wants to be fair. But no, of course, everybody would just go right through it. It's a ghost car, why active as it isn't. Charlie, now the P15, still within the S range to Reggie, just about maybe. Or does Reggie have him gapped? Can Charlie stay within a second of his rival here? Those two are trying to get through the field. They've passed the first couple of cars now. Is Charlie in DRS range or not? As Midas is getting back past Aaron, one of the Ferraris there, Juventinho. Now going past Angel as well. Midas is back past Aaron, just as I saw earlier. Charlie doesn't have DRS, but he's close to Reggie once again, so he's gained a bit of time on the straights here. Charlie might be running lower downforce than Reggie. Aaron is trying to come back and Midas into turn 1 around the outside there. Look at that. He tried for a switch back as well, as Dietmar does now in the pits. After 8 laps, so yeah, those softs have finally dropped off a little bit. Let's see what I assume hards, because the 2-stop is mediums. That's a 2-stop. 2-stop for each by dozen is then. If he gets those mediums for 20 laps, I am very impressed. That should definitely not be possible. 20 laps on mediums. I think we're seeing him come back into the pits later. If there's a safety car, it could be a good strategy. If there isn't, 2 stops is not the way to go in this game. You just don't have the tire delta isn't big enough. But I guess we'll see if it works for him. Maybe he just wants to avoid driving on high tire wear, as there is a big likelihood of a spin if you do drive with lots of tire wear. This Reggie is now putting pressure on Angel. Lots of ERS for the half drive as well. He's going to be wanting to get past Angel Juventinho, and he has a 4.5 second gap between him and next car, so he can make him up a bit of time. This Aaron is now getting past Midas Meller once again. We'll stay with Reggie here to see the entirety of this move, which almost certainly is coming in now. Reggie getting past here Charlie, too far behind to go for a move, and Angel doesn't have a chance to defend this. Charlie might try and get past Angel on the main straight and into turn 1 to make sure he isn't stuck behind or doesn't have a cover between him and Reggie once again for a full lap. It is crucial for Charlie. Charlie is in a very difficult position. He has to basically follow Reggie wherever he goes. He can't let him gap him, because once he does, it will be so tricky for him to get back into his DRS. Charlie, is he close enough to go for the move into turn 1? No, he isn't. Not close enough. Angel keeps the position for now. Charlie. Oh my god, Charlie! Charlie! That is so dangerous. That could have ended very, very badly. Charlie went for a very late move in a corner that is barely even the braking zone. Angel allowed him to do it. You could see Angel turning out of the corner. That is not a move that you can go for normally. Charlie very much benefited from Angel's awareness there. Then Angel saw Charlie was gonna send it, and Charlie sent it. That was a massive send, and he got away with it, barely. This is not the kind of move that you should be going for, I would say. As well, Angel has to basically turn out the corner, as he was way past the turning point. There is not much of a braking zone going into from turn 1 into turn 2. It's a continuous corner. You can't just send it to the inside when you know that Angel is gonna be at the apex in a few seconds, which is where you are aiming for. So you can't be aiming for the same position that the other car will be in just a second. You can go for the outside if you go for a late move like that, but you can't be going for the inside, because on the outside, that is not the natural line that Angel will take. Unless Angel spins, you can clearly go to the outside, and he won't be there. But you can't be sending him to the inside that late on. That could definitely end badly. As Juventino loses out the final corner, and Reggie and Charlie, one more free position for the two of them. And the safety has been deployed! Safety car out. 18 laps to go in this race. This could be interesting. This could be very interesting on strategies. The hard runners, do they go for mediums? They might. They might barely last. Barely. This could be difficult. Of course, if we have a full lap on the safety car. This also helps Eat My Dust, I would say, as he might now be able to go to the end. He can also box again for either a fraction of mediums or hards. I mean, the medium runners right here will all be going. Where's Pantera going? I just saw him on the AstroTurf. I hope somebody else saw that. I have no idea why he was on that AstroTurf, but he definitely was. Matt is now the pits. He's the first of the hard runners in the pit, so let's see. He could be an indication of what they are going for. Same for Yuri. Matt is on the mediums. What is Yuri doing? He has free choice to do whatever he wants. He already has the second tire set. He's going to hards. So it looks like if people have free choice, they will go hards, but mediums could be an option, as you see Matt is on the mediums. I'm expecting Noise and Pantera will be on hards. Same for Olga, GTA, Freestyler. Well, everyone who started on mediums, I assume will just go to hards and go to the end. This is the close to optimum window for those guys. Maybe a few laps earlier than you would ideally want, of course, but under a safety car you certainly lose less time than you do extending a hard stint by 2 laps. Havina is also in the pits. Let's see, yeah, there we go. Hards for Noise, of course. And Noise has been held in the pits. Oh no, he hasn't. He hasn't. That was just a quick game glitch. There we go. What tires are on for Havina? Mediums. He's gonna try and make it last. Question is, will they last? There we go. Reggie is staying out, actually. Reggie. Would you look at that? He's up into P3 once again. What about Charlie? Charlie's in the pits. So yeah, Charlie and Reggie, the two with the license penalty who went back together, have split strategies. Charlie is on mediums, and Reggie didn't pit, stayed on the hards. Reggie now on P3, but he has to make one more pit stop. Charlie in P14, no more pit stop. Interesting to see how that will play out. Track position versus tires, and track position later on. I think if those mediums last, I am pretty sure that Charlie has made a better choice. If they don't last, which they might, I would say the mediums will last, but they will certainly be in danger later on. Havina is the furthest up on the mediums. Mosquito and Boomax also staying out on the hards. Everybody else, well, Eat My Dust actually stayed out on the mediums. He got about a few laps ago. So you might also be thinking that those will last until the end of the race. Interesting to see, we have quite a few strategies playing out now. We've got the people staying out on hards, the people who've just pitted for fresh hards, and we have the people who just pitted for fresh mediums. What nobody did, of course, is stay on mediums. That would simply be race-ending mistake if you stay on mediums now. But apart from Eatma Dust, but of course he was already on fresh mediums before the safety car. Matt and Yuri are now back in the queue as well, as Wumax has just lost a few places. So what has happened there? He's trying to get past the AI of Mosquito, which you are not allowed to do. He has to stay behind him. Mosquito, of course, is on AI. What is Wumax doing? Is he trying to exploit the game to get past him by going off track? It's not gonna work. I would just stop trying it. The only thing you risk is a spin by driving erratically, but well, I think he's now accepted that he won't be getting past his AI. It's very annoying to be behind an AI, so I get where he's coming from. The AI will be quite slow on the restart, and there will likely be a big gap between Havina and the next car because of Mosquito. So I think that might be what Wumax is trying to avoid here. Okay, we should be going racing. Probably next lap, as Yuri has not caught up in the safety car. Although he might catch it going through the final sector at some point, which might call him the safety car. Have to wait and see. Hopefully, the safety car will be coming in this lap. I want to see some racing again. Well, I think we all do. We all want to go racing as soon as possible. Yuri is now caught up, and there we go, safety car in this lap. Noise is now setting the pace, as Midas is now left the session. That's the second car. Midas and Mosquito are both out of the session. Which, that is so annoying. That is very, very annoying. For both of them. They were both in a good position to score some points, and they now lost that chance. As Noise is warming up his tires here. Not leaving a massive gap to the safety car, I think. He will, oh no, the safety car's gone quite quickly, okay. He just went faster than I normally see, but yeah, the safety car goes faster than normal at China, apparently. It's Noise. Where he's gonna go? He can go anytime now. Still hasn't gone. One more corner to go. I think he's gone now. Yeah, he's gone. Very smart move from Noise there, but Pantera was on top of it. Look at that, Pantera! Very strong restart from that bull driver. Saw it coming, that Noise would go right entering the final corner, which is very tricky to do with for the cars behind. But it worked out for Pantera, as he did see it coming. Freestealer now trying to get past Reggie here. Of course, has fresher tires. Very aggressive driving from Freestealer there. Havina also looking up the inside there. But, I mean, barely. Just putting out at the end there, because that was not a gap he could have gone for. That gap just wasn't big enough. Yeah, Reggie now on those old hards is going to struggle against all of these guys on fresh tires. Of course, the big advantage is, of course, in favor of Havina right now. Look at that, he's running far to the outside, looking for a way around Freestyler, taking a ton of lines to see if he has the grip to just go clean around the outside. Doesn't quite have the grip advantage. Maybe against Reggie. Once Freestyler has gotten him, he can try something like that against Reggie. But I think the easiest for him is to just go for it on the right here. There's a very long traction zone. This corner this turn 13 is one massive traction zone, which is exactly where those mediums should be shining. And yeah, look at that. He is right on the back of Freestyler. And that should certainly be a chance for Havina to go for the move. 3 wide now into the final corner, into the second last corner. 2 wide actually, as Havina didn't manage to pull alongside. Freesteller goes around the outside of Reggie. Havina trying to follow through, but he can't. Freesteller gets past Reggie. We've got some spins in the background. I think that's quite a few cars actually. That's 4 or 5 cars that happened, which was spun around. Yeah, Eat My Dust, Duke, Yuri, and Matt, I think, who were involved in an incident there at the final, at the hairpin. I keep saying final corner. It's not the final corner. It's the final proper corner where we can actually do anything. But it's not the final corner. Turn 16 is still a thing, even if it's a one-line corner with a very aggressive curbing. And GTA Gamer is now getting past Pantera for P2. Look at that, Pantera. Seemingly he's dropped back a bit after that amazing restart from him. Eugen now putting in the pressure spot. Pantera is lost some pace here, 3 wide! And look at that, Eugen pushed all the way into the grass, but he stays on the track, thankfully just about. Kept it under control. Pantera's lost so much pace here apparently. Eugen is now on his outside. Can he get around the outside? Or does Pantera defend it? Pantera defends it. And Eugen is a stay back, but GTA Gamer is now up into P2, chasing down Noise. Eugen once again having a look around the outside. Pantera can't defend it. Does Pantera have some damage on his car or something? He has lost so much pace. He was much faster than these guys in the first stint. Havina has just spun, I think. He's down to P10. P11 now as well. Freesteller is putting pressure on Pantera as well. Pantera, I mean, what has happened to him? What has happened? Where is all his pace gone? Benny and Aaron fighting over P7 here. Benny getting past on the mediums, of course. Will have a big tire advantage for now, but might go back into Aaron's favor later on. Freesteller, can he get past Pantera as well? Although Pantera, I mean, it looks like he is picked up pace again. He hasn't dropped off massively against Eugen. So I think it should be fine. Or you can see he's sliding through turn 1 there, so something, an issue with the tires maybe? Maybe temperature related? Although, I mean, they shouldn't be cold anymore at least, and they certainly shouldn't be overheating. Yeah, but if they were cold at the start of the safety car, that could be it. He might have had cold tires, but then how does he have that amazing restart? No, whatever I think of to explain Pantera's issues now, it doesn't make sense, because the issues have gone away, so it can't have been damage. The issue wasn't this away, so it can't have been cold tires, and also it went away too late for it to be cold tires. It wouldn't have been struggling for that long. They can't be overheating, it's hard tires. I don't think you would have to be actively trying to overheat them, and the mediums didn't overheat, so whatever solution to this question, what Pantera's issue is, I mean, he was faster than the guys he's now staying with, so maybe it is actually damage. I have no idea. It could be a bit of front wing damage. I think that is the most logical explanation I can think of, that he got some front wing damage somewhere. But, I mean, I don't know how. I guess he must have tapped Noise without me noticing. Charlie, meanwhile, silently has gone up into P8, so Charlie is now right at the back of Reggie. And look at that, he was battling Reggie before his pit stop. He's made that pit stop, he's made up the time, and he's now right behind Reggie, who still has to make one more pit stop. And Reggie, of course, is struggling on really, really old hards, 15 lap old hard tires. It's time for him to pit. 12 laps to go in this race, so I think it's about time that he puts on some mediums. Yeah, Charlie, is he gonna get past him? Yeah, around the outside, into turn 6 here. Well, turn 5 for now, not turn 6 now. Reggie is staying on the inside though. But I think Charlie, that will have the exit speed. Yeah, easily. Much more traction for Charlie. And he moves up into P7. Now, right behind next runner, well, Benny. So Benny is now the furthest, the furthest placed medium runner. Although Charlie is trying to change that, as Mosquito and Yuri are both gonna run, I think, after turn 6. Although no, I think it's just Mosquito. Oh, Benny, slight mistake there. Didn't get a good exit or good line into turn 12. I see he went too wide to turn 11 and had to really slow down for turn 12. Charlie might be trying to go for the move on Benny now. He has a lot of DRS to use now on this very long straight. Can he get past the Haas? Late send, and Benny allows him the space. But Charlie took too much curb on the inside and had to turn out of it. couldn't take traction out of the corner after taking that much curb at the apex. Pantera has now really picked the pace again. He's right in the back of Euge. So Pantera's pace has seemingly been found once again. He's gotten past Euge for P3 as well. As Charlie is now sneaking up the inside of Benny. And Charlie is now to the outside for turn 3 and 4. Can he get the traction? He doesn't have a traction advantage now. It's the same tires. But can he still get it on the outside perhaps? And now to the inside for the next 2 corners. And Charlie moves past Benny up into P6. And he can now chase after this pack that's battling over the podium. Although Pantera, look at that! He has gapped Euge already by a full second. Yeah, I mean, what happened to this man earlier is a mystery, because his pace is well and truly back, I would say. As he makes a slight mistake there, actually, allowing Euge to catch back up. Charlie, is he in DRS range? Is he in DRS range? Could be crucial if he manages to or not. I think he's done it. I think he just about got in. And that will be important for him, as once he's in DRS range, he can just coast. Yes, he is. Charlie's in DRS range. If he'd been in out of DRS range, the guys ahead would have probably gained a few tenths on the straight once again. And it might have taken one lap longer to get past his Euge. Which, look at that, once again up the inside of Pantera, battling up P3, but look at that, no ES at all in that Williams car. Pantera is a bit more. Freestyle about, 5% more than Pantera, and Charlie about 10% more than he. And Benny is still right behind Charlie, he's staying with him. So Benny, not giving up on that position. Well, now that Charlie has DRS, it's much harder for him to get back past. So yeah, this group from P3 to P7, from Pantera to Benny, are now battling over the podium places, or over the final podium place, while GTA Gamer and Noise have completely checked out up ahead. Of course, all of this battling is really helping those two, as, I mean, well, while these guys are battling each other, they can't be gaining on them. Can only do one thing at a time. They can't both make up positions and make up time to the frontrunners. And Charlie is gaining lots of time here now through the well, not S section, but the long turn 7 and 8 complex there. 2 very long corners where you need the traction, the turn in, the traction in the rear as well to be able to keep the power down. And I think Charlie should now be getting past Freestyler on the next straight. Realistically, he should be able to use those mediums to full advantage now through turn 13. Although, doesn't quite get the exit speed he would hope for. I mean, at this point, those mediums have been on for 7 laps, we still have 10 more laps to go. Those mediums might be starting to see some wear already. China has a very high tire wear track, but Charlie's on the inside, and he sends it up the inside and gets past Freestyler. Benny, can he get sneak past as well? No, he wasn't close enough to Freestyler. Freestyler might try to fight back against Charlie, or he might just hope that those mediums stop off later on, which they certainly will. I think that is the big advantage that the guys around Charlie have. That if they just stay close to him, once his tires get into the drop-off, once his tires hit the cliff, they have a good chance. As Matt has now gotten the penalty, so 2 penalties now to Ventinho and Matt, each with 3 seconds. Reggie now the fastest of the race. He made his pit stop 2 laps ago. He's now in P16, so he's hoping to get back into the top 10, which would be right here. And he is here. He's just coming out of into turn 3 here. So what gap is that? Let's look. He is 26% leader. So yeah, 16 seconds between him and Ventinho, who is in P10. 16 seconds between him and. There we go. No, wait. There we go. That's the graphic I want. Tires and the gaps between drivers. Charlie now with a good exit. Could get Euge here on the next DRS straight. Look at that. Charlie, is he closing in? No, he's not. He doesn't seem to be confident in the power through turn 13. So even though he has better tires, he can't seem to close the gap through there. Pantera is now closing in on GTA Gamer in P2. The gap has gone down to 1.6 seconds. So we could still be on for a fight over P2, but I think Noise is too far away. Juventinho and Aaron are now battling over P10. Juventinho goes very wide on the exit. And oh! Juventinho spun into Aaron! Way too much power there used by Juventinho as he was on the well, not grass, but the runoff, which doesn't have optimal traction, of course, and he just loses the car, hits Aaron off. Penalty for Juventino for multiple warnings. Aaron is foaming damage, and they are both in the pits. That is so annoying. I mean, if I was Aaron, I'd be very pissed right now, because he's just lost a point speed through no fault of his own, and Euge has spun out of turn 3 and 4. Does he have front wing damage? He was definitely in the wall. Yes, he does. Front wing damage for the Williams. He will be out of the points as well, as Charlie has now been released to go after Pantera. Although Pantera has got him outside DRS range. And what happened to Noise? Why is Noise down on P19? Oh no, okay, no, he's back into P1. Euge's got the 5-second penalty. I think might have some DC going on, which that is so annoying. Because yeah, Noise just dropped to P19, then back to P1. I think there is some DC going on in this lobby, which yeah, now there's a yellow flag when nobody is. 20 laps into the race, and we're now getting desync. Hopefully the lobby can remain stable for the rest of this race, and we can keep this race going. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Eat My Dusty on these 12 level mediums is still running in P9 now after those few mistakes. Yeah, Reggie is now into P13. Reggie actually has a penalty of 3 seconds. What you can also see is how much time Euge is gaining on Matt here on the long straight. I think he just gained like a full second almost on him. So yeah, Matt, those 50-50 wings really going to hurt him. Angel is now in the pits. Does Angel have damage? I expect Euge will be pitting as well. Yep, Angel and Euge in the pits. I'm confused why Angel pitted. Didn't he also have some front wing damage? Because those mediums aren't any older than the other ones. No! Tactical pit stop from Angel. He wanted to pit. So I guess he thinks those mediums can't go to the end, which is a bad sign for the likes of Charlie, Benny, Hervina, Eat My Dust especially, as he's on even older tires, Miles, Mella, Matt, and Aaron as well, who is now on 10 lap old mediums. But didn't he just pit? Did they put old mediums on his car? They put old mediums on his car. Oh no. I mean, if you're gonna pit, you at least want to have fresh tires, which he didn't get. I would be quite annoyed. Juventini was actually on softs, which interesting choice. I think they'll go to the end, although they might drop off by the end and he will lose some pace. It could work out for him. I mean, the way to the top 10 is quite far though, so even if it would be tricky for him. Reggie is now 3.3 by. Actually, look at the gap. Reggie to Matt. Matt is on 50-50 wings. Reggie is 3.3 behind starting the straight. Use a bit of ERS there. 3.2, 3.1. Look how much time he's gaining. Look at that. 2.9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, 2.4. He gained 9 tenths in one straight. That is insane. But those 50-50 wings are really costing Matt, who's now in the pits. That's the second car on mediums who think they can't go to the end, so I think we might be seeing all of them come in at some point. I would like to see, of course, the tire wear, which I can't. I mean, how much grain do I see on Charlie's tires? Will it look fine? I mean, they look okay. You can see on the right hand side there's a little bit of wear. You can see a little bit of like the right hand side being a bit lighter than the left hand side, which is a bit darker, which means there's some graining on the tire as well. The rears, you can see the right one from this perspective, the left one if you look from the back. So yeah, from this perspective, the rear right tire, the rear left for Charlie. You can see graining. Wait, actually, can you see it on the? You can see it on both tires actually. Yeah, if you just turn off the graphics. So yeah, those mediums, they might not last. Let's Eat My Dust has lost it right here. Maybe showing that those mediums have dropped off. I mean, he's already gone for 14 laps, might as well try to keep going, but I think now 6 laps to go. If you want to box, you have to box now and box for softs. Pantera is almost in DRS with GTA Gamer, while Charlie is staying close to Pantera. But as I said, those mediums They might last, but they will drop off by the end, and I think that would be a good chance for the guys on hards to make our places once again. This group right here, Benny, Havina, and Midas, well, not a group, but 3 cars close together, within, behind on mediums. They might lose places. Eat My Dust now in the pits, so he is also accepted those mediums will not be going to the end. And I assume he's going for soft if he's pitting this late. Yes, he is. No wing change though, actually, for the Alpine, so he managed to get away with that spin without damage. Might be a chance for a fast lap attempt as well, if he's on the softs. I think he has a good chance. What actually is a fast lap right now? 34.4 by Reggie. I think he said that after he boxed for mediums, so that would have been on fresh mediums. Yeah, I think fresh soft is a good chance to get that fast lap as for Terra. Was he within the ES range? I think he was just about outside of it, which well, I think next lap he will have it though, because he's definitely gaining on GTA Gamer. As GTA Gamer has no ES at all. He has nothing to defend with. Once Pantera is close, you can just go right past him. And GTA Gamer has no answer. So GTA Gamer is in big trouble here. He might, he will almost certainly, I think, lose the position to Pantera, as he has nothing to defend with. I think his hope is that Charlie can keep Freestyler away from him for long enough, because Charlie, even if he gets past GTA Gamer, there's a good chance that GTA Gamer will re-overtake him, I would say. Because those mediums, I mean, we only have 4 laps to go. I think now it's too late to box. So he's gonna definitely try to go to the end. But, I mean, I haven't seen I'm waiting for those tires to drop off. They haven't seemed to dropped off completely yet. But the hards certainly seem to be faster, as Charlie doesn't have the advantage he had earlier on. He is, well, keeping up with them, but that's about it. So maybe about similar pace for these tires right now. But as we go on, the hards will only get faster and faster in comparison to the mediums. Pantera is now firmly within the ES range of GTA Gamer. But Charlie is close to Pantera here. Pantera, not to left from him. Charlie is close up the gap. But Pantera with a much stronger exit out of turn 13, gaining 2/10 through that corner. Pantera might be able to go for a move into turn 1. I think now he's too far behind, but he can use this straight to close in the next one to get past him. If he wants to. If he even wants to. He might just decide to wait until the last lap maybe. Last lap, last DRS trade, don't give GTA Gamer the chance to respond. That could be a smart choice from Pantera as well. Now he's burning. He wants to get past, and Pantera to the outside. Will he get past him? I think he will. Although they're side by side, GTA Gamer is defending his position. Squeezing Pantera to the outside. GTA Gamer stays ahead. Pantera has to concede the position and stay behind for at least one more lap. Charlie is closed up now. Lord Freestyler has dropped out of DRS, so those 3 are now on their own for now. Maybe Freestyler can get back in. He's not far behind. 1.2. He needs to get 2/10 here to stay in DRS. But can Pantera maybe go for it later on this lap? Well, he's certainly trying to go for it, as he went for it earlier this lap, so he will probably try again, I imagine. Shorting up to 5th gear there to get some bomb attraction as well. Pantera has a good chance here, as GTA Gamer has almost no ERS. But Pantera doesn't have that much either. He can't just waste it. He has to be smart about it. He can only use it if he knows he will get past. I think he can't allow himself to have too many goes that don't go anywhere, that don't succeed. He has to either get past or to stay behind and not waste his ERS. He might get it done without ERS. Yep, no ERS used, and he still gets alongside to the outside. GTA Gamer goes deep, goes very deep, very deep, and look at that, Pantera has now gone alongside once again, although GTA Gamer on the inside, into the final corner, has the better line, and stays ahead. Yellow flags for, I think that's Angel, who has lost it out of turn 10, but Pantera moves up into P2, Charlie trying to slip through as well, no he can't. GTA Gamer late on the brakes, taking curb, back to the inside, GTA Gamer trying to get back past. And he is firmly alongside, to the outside now. They are still battling over P2. Who come on in? I think Patera is now going on the inside. Contact made! And GTA Gamer's lost it. Charlie just about reacts in time, but Freestyler has now got a big advantage over Charlie as he has lost momentum. Freestyler had a look up the inside but couldn't actually send it. What a sequence of corners that was. Pantera gets past GTA Gamer. GTA Gamer tries to defend it. Havina and Benny have made a mistake here. They've made contact and have been spun around as well. And GTA Gamer looking to get back past him, and he gets back past Havina. Wow! Yeah, GTA Gamer spinning in the process of trying to get back past Pantera. Charlie just about avoids by slamming on the brakes, loses momentum and invites Whistler right back into DRS range and almost getting past him as well. And then Benny and Havina having a contact just one corner later and spinning, and GTA Gamer is back onto P6 and probably P5 as he will get back past Benny, I'm pretty sure. I think now there is no question there's a tire advantage for the guys on hards, those mediums. Yeah, not a tire to be on at this stage. Havina though is right behind GTA Gamer, uses the DRS and ERS. GTA Gamer is boxed in. GTA Gamer can't go anyway. Actually, Havina has gone further to the outside. Benny making very early there. GTA Gamer getting past both of them. Benny with a switch back on Havina. Havina moves past Benny. GTA Gamer moves past Benny as well. So Benny losing 2 places in one straight. Yellow flags for I don't know, Euge at turn 10. Benny finding on past Havina once again. Having looked to the outside line. Havina goes deep. Maybe a switchback coming. No, he covers it up just about, gets the car turned in nicely. Even though he went deep, he got the car slowed down, then rotated into the corner to block Benny off from going for the switchback. Well, the fight for the podium place seems to now be firmly to be Charlie, Pantera and Noise, as Charlie is still faster than Freestyler, it seems. Although, I mean, I would say it's not over. Freestyler has a chance still. 1.5 laps to go. Charlie's tires still seem to be okay-ish. I wonder how worn those tires actually are, because the pace events, I expected that to be a 1 second plus pace difference between mediums and hards at this stage, but that it isn't. The mediums still seem to be close on pace, only a bit slower than hards, I would say. Which I expected there to be a significant difference at this stage. The mediums to be losing about a second a lap, which isn't happening. The mediums are still keeping up. Havina, I think he's too far behind GTA Gamer to get back up to P5. Although GTA Gamer, you can see he is flashing, so that means he's low on ERS, which means Havina has a good chance to move up into P5 on the final lap, which we are now on. Which, well, Noise has now built a 5-second gap. We haven't actually had him in camera since probably the start of the race, especially after that safety car. He's done very well for himself. An amazing restart. Pantera stayed with him, but then Pantera made a mistake somewhere or something and lost time, and since then Noise has just been pulling away. 5 seconds the gap in the end, and now he just has to bring it home here on the last lap. Freestyler's off DRS to Charlie, and that fight seems to be over as well. Havina and GTA Gamer over P5, I think is the final, at least in the top 10, the final fight that's still going on. So we'll keep an eye on this, and also keep an eye on Noise, of course we don't want to miss him crossing the finish line. I think, looks like GTA Gamer, I mean he's got a good gap here. Havina 7/10 behind. I think GTA Gamer will keep the position. Noise is now on the back straight, there we go, yeah, we'll be now staying on our race winner here. 2 more corners to go for the Mercedes driver. Very impressive driving from him, and a very well-deserved raceman here in China. At the second race in the season, he was one of the fastest drivers at Bahrain. Havina actually does get past GTA Gamer, which I did not expect, and then we have Midas Meller spinning at turn 13. But there you go, Noise is your race winner here in China. Very well deserved. 5 seconds gap between him and Pantera in the end. Pantera in P2, Charlie in P3 on the podium, Freestyler in P4, Havina will be in P5. Ash, what has happened to GTA Gamer? What? He's run out of fuel! GTA Gamer's run out of fuel on the last lap! Benny in P6, Reggie in P7, GTA Gamer. Will he be in P8 or will Midas Meller also get him? He has run out of fuel on the last lap. How does that happen? GTA Gamer crawls over the line in P8, minus Mana in P9, Evil Duke will be in P10, and Eat My Dust is now, well, eating dust here in the grass, and will be out of the first count of the points. Duke in P10, there we go. Eat My Dust in P11, Juventino in P12, as Eat My Dust spins it over the line once again. Angel in P13, Umax will finish in P14, right behind, right ahead of Aaron here in P15. Mosquito and Matt, Matt's also running out of fuel. So it's 2 cars now running out of fuel in the last lap, Matt and GTA Gamer. And then we only have the Williams of Euge and the Messiah McLaren of Yuri to finish this race. And there we go. Euge P18, and now we're only waiting for the McLaren to finish this race, and then we're done. And what a race it's been, I would say. Didn't quite have to fight for the race when we saw in Bahrain, as Yuri pits on the last lap. I have no idea why he's doing this. But there was a great fight for the podium places. Some great action in the midfield as well. And yeah, I would say it's been a very interesting race. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we are now waiting for our podiums, or podium finishes to go up onto the podium. Eat My Dust 12th day, going from P19 to P11, I think. Oh wow, I see Reggie had desync on the lights. So Reggie's lights went out too early. When they went out on his screen, he went and got a drive-through. And Charlie wrecked it to Reggie going. So that's how Charlie and Reggie got their drive-throughs. That is so annoying for them. I mean, especially Reggie, he had no fault of his own. I guess Charlie, if your lights didn't go out, you shouldn't be going, even if you see the car ahead going. Well, that's, I mean, it happened to me as well, so I'm not blaming him or anything. It's a natural mistake to make. But yeah, still a very well-deserved race for Noise. Pantera with a strong second place as well, and Charlie, great comeback into P3 in the end. And there we have your full race results. Fastest race goes to Reggie, so he actually didn't get beaten. Yeah, I mean, very interesting race. We already went through the full results, so we'll be going through them again. And yeah, we'll be back next week for the 3rd round of the season, where it will be at the at Portimao in Portugal. So yeah, very interesting circuit. I think not one you see often in league racing, same as China. They were both added post-launch, so maybe not as much experience from the drivers on that particular track. But I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. Hopefully the race will then be streamed on the official PAFR account. I will now be ending this stream, and I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.